When people ask me where my conservative beliefs come from, I can give them many rational reasons that I often reverse engineer. But the truth is that my first political influence was my father. My father worked as a prison guard in Hagerstown, Maryland, for 30 years. He literally went to prison for 30 years so I could get paid to write about politics. Coming from a blue-collar background had its drawbacks. But it also gave me a valuable perspective. Few of my colleagues have a background as rural or conservative as mine. Besides my father's influence, I was a Republican because I was pro-life. I was a Republican because I believed in a strong national defense. I was also a Republican because I believed in personal freedom. I am middle-aged now and the Republican Party has changed. You may be wondering why I still identify as a conservative Republican. 2 words: Democrats. It's no secret that I have trouble with Republicans. As O'Rourke joked, Republicans say government isn't working. And then they get elected and prove it. Anyone who watched Republicans try to elect a new House Speaker last month knows how dysfunctional they can be. But deep down, I am a conservative Republican for the same reasons my father was. Even if he only intuited them. To understand fundamental difference between parties is to understand difference between philosophy of Edmund Burke and that espoused by likes of Thomas Paine and Jean-Jacques Rousseau. Burke believed that Western civilization was a miracle that developed slowly over time. His version of conservatism emphasized being grateful and appreciative of the institutions we have. Changing and improving things is laudable. But we shouldn't stress the system too much. And we certainly should not try to overturn society through revolution. Burke also believed in original sin. G.K. Chesterton said it was the only part of Christian theology that could be proved. As a father of 2 boys, I agree. When raising children, it is impossible not to realize that we were born to be bad. That's the whole point of civilization, to civilize us. Not everyone understands this. Unlike Burke, Paine and Rousseau believed that man begins pure and metastasizes over time as civilization corrupts us. Taken to its logical conclusion, this philosophy led to a utopian belief in human perfection. All you had to do was destroy the artificial structures of society and set out for the sunny plateaus of history. This naive belief has been tried and failed in many terrible historical examples. This may sound esoteric, but these 2 opposing worldviews are still deeply embedded in our 2 major political philosophies. Consider, for example, the ambitious goal of ending income inequality adopted by Democrats. I believe income inequality is a problem when it gets too big. But the main reason for this is that jealousy is a sin that we cannot eliminate. However, I would rather have a country with an unequal amount of wealth than a country with